Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 Part 87. The time has come and go for race number 8 in the World Touring Car 700 at Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit. On the last video in Part 86 at Le Mans for the penultimate race in number 7 is doing well, excited, and doing a 30-minute endurance just like having a dipper map did from WTC 600 at Tokyo Expressway. As the progress is now getting closer to have a 100% complete, so I'm at 87% in the WTC 700, and that means this is it. The final race in Mount Panorama is about to go and take 7 laps around the track, but having one pit stop is going to have a final stepping stone to get closer onto the finish line at the end of the event. But there is also to have some final preparation to have one last Group 4 car is going to be my seventh. But after having one road car as I'm using with the Dodge Viper GTS at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, just to be having a one moment temporarily to see how tested to see road cars can easily challenging and outmatch with Group 4 cars. But it sure does might be quite very helpful, but this will have to take a good easy step of doing the main part to go for having a Toyota GR Supra race car 2019 with the UDRS Insportec livery as I'm about to choose the 7th vehicle. So here I come, let's do this. And the final race in the WTC 700 in Mount Panorama awaits me, and this is it. It's been so long since I just starting out to be at D-Forest Raceway for race number 1 as part of the weekly challenges. All that hard work, doing some preparation on every Group 4 car, including any road car by pick, and this is where the finish line is about to get closer, draws into near. This is going to get a bit much more challenging to go hill climbing and downhill when you're at Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit by Group 4 cars. And here we have one GT racer for having an interaction in race menu is Akumoto. Let's give him a warm welcome. I'm Hiroshi Akumoto from Japan. I'll be competing in the Mazda 3 race car. The Mazda 3 was specifically built to compete in Japan's Super Taikuru series. It's created by a team headed up by Akira Maeda, a world-renowned Mazda designer. A racing talent himself, Maeda not only leads his design team, but he is one of its drivers. Naturally, the Mazda 3 is the product of his first-hand racing experience. Good to have you on board, Akumoto, and there he is. He's on position 6 on the starting grid. Very good. Well folks, looks like this is going to get a very good, excellent, tough challenge. One last race, and finishing up on this series before moving on in World Touring Car 800 by putting up to have a series of racetrack by using Group 3 cars. Time to get the show on the track. One last race and go by 20th position. We'll give it all I got. Let's do this and go everything what I have to be learned accomplished so far. Alright, gonna have to climb up and go. Exercise caution when using the medium compound racing tires is going to be the best call, and gonna have to go climb up on the first section on sector 1 and 2. Gonna make sure if I have to go quickly as much as I can. Few other opponents are about to go blocking in and do attempted overtake, might gonna get a bit more challenging to go climbing up on the second section. So I got the 17th position by overtake Audi. Go by lean 6. Gonna have to watch myself before approaches on Kevel M's position on number 16. Okay, that's good. Now for Sugawara, number 15, before entered on the downhill in sector 3. Okay, here comes a welcoming 3-car company on the lineup. Gotta stay patient and work on the strategy. Got a good eyes on Tapai, Gallo, and Haywood. There's the right side opening. I'll have to go overtake 3 of them at once. That's very good. 18 seconds up ahead. Time to keep going and do some changes. We'll turn around. Coming in onto Sector 4. 2 Group 4 all-wheel drive vehicles. G. Mangalo on the Land Evo Group 4, followed by 10th place Mikhail Hesal. Subaru WRX Group 4 is now currently to have the main rivals before entered after finishing lap number 1 and go to lap number 2. Just going to keep up the good torque. Acceleration is the key. Now, this is going to be a very good long straightaway to have the first sector to go enter all in as we're about to get back on to sector number 2. So gonna have to keep a good touching on the apex and through the line. Almost there to catch us up onto the 4 vehicles to be staying on the main track to go clear onto turn number 4. There's Akamoto on position 7, followed by Mendoza, Koke Lopez, and position number 6 driver is on the front. Alright, that's good. Looks like I'm on good progress. Well, looks like Akamoto is doing good. He's on the 6. Come on, Mendoza. Try to keep yourself together. I almost contacted you. Okay, go on the left. Distant by update in 16 seconds. Just going to go by power 1 and push it up. This will be my time to drop the hammer to get closer onto Kawakami and Yamanaka on 4th and 5th place. Okay, there we go. Gonna have to do it. And one fine GR Super race car in the UDRS Insportec to go overtake on the red trim. Okay, that's very good for Yamanaka. So very close. 3rd lap. Gonna have to push it in and do turn 1. Okay, that's a very good sideway overtake. 14 seconds to go. 54% out. Gonna have to stay on the maintain pace and catch us up to Portilla in about 10 seconds up ahead on position 3. This is going to be a very good thrill moment to have that recording session to be in progress. Despite of the lacking disturbance, boy, I cannot believe it. This is going to have to take some time and do all this one all on my own to have some recent changes due to the interruption. But my masterpiece and my template is going to have to take some time to go for having complete edition by adding up with the intro and outro of my own. That's how it takes production is development is the key for myself to have my YouTube channel to go all the way and surpassing to have the main goal to catch up onto 1,000 subscribers is still yet to be going on to have my own goal achievement. But it takes forever for so many years and just gonna have to keep on racing, stay clean for myself and do my best part. So coming up in about 4.4 seconds. Alright. Fourth sector. Closest in. Then pull the brake. Proceed to the left. Got a good eye on Portillo on the Dodge Viper Group 4. Takes 10 seconds and go on to take the fourth lap. Now this is going to be a very good tough effort to have a turbocharged Group 4 car will do the job. Gonna have to climb up and get a bit faster. Nine seconds remaining and go back on sector 2. Okay, it's only down to 3.8 seconds to catch us up to Patrick Bazan. Suzuki Swift Group 4 is almost there, just to be passed by a second ago, earlier, and go on top of the hill in Sullivan Park. Okay, good clear call by the Risk. Now, finishing up on sector 2 to go down on sector 3. Gonna watch the tires and watch the grip. This may be a very tough, impossible challenge for myself. Okay, going back and do power 1. Got a good eye on McEwen in a Chevy Corvette C7 Group 4, folks. This will be my turn and go by position 2. Okay, let's do the line and 22% left. So I have to go by pit stop to have one step of the choice. So I'll have to follow on the Corvette. Okay, have that formation to go settle in. Alright, so looks like McEwen is on the soft racing tires. Now I'm on the medium, and Blasson as usual to go on the hard racing compound. So I'll have to let Portillo will go proceed on lap number 5 in the meantime. Okay, Yamanaka is in the pit. Kawakami. Now gonna have to wait for Mendoza along with Akumoto. Okay, that's good enough. 100% fuel at capacity. So I had to change up the tactics and go faster to get back and resume to go overtake again at Patrick Bazan. But this will have to wait because all set with the new medium compound tires and good grip on the usual. Well, man, I just really don't want this to be happen. Just going to keep a good counter effect to stay at it. That was a close call, but man, this is going to get a little bit more crazier. I just need to keep a good throttle on the acceleration. But don't want to get too clumsy. All you might need to be focused. Okay, going down. Got good eyes on Matt McEwen. That's a good slipstream to go follow up. Okay, that's good. Just 2 more laps to go. Okay, looks like that could be necessarily by a contact. I just took a hit. Let me check the status on the rear. Yeah, looks like there might be a dent over here on my Supra. Well, I can still doing fine, but clearly just try to be very extra careful next time when you're racing on Mount Panorama to do the part by approaching in the final turn. Okay, looks like that was a tough relief. That almost catches out of my breath. Okay, here comes the penultimate lap. Number 6 on the way. But this brings us back from Gran Turismo 6 when it all started out from 2013. But it's 10 years ago later, but we still gonna be quite very good to be driving on Gran Turismo 7 for having some main changes and Group 4 cars to do the same line as we just ever been played on the PS3 era. Now, I hope you guys just actually did remember when you're playing on Gran Turismo 6 at Mount Panorama. I know this is going to be a bit more different and do the same thing by usual. But it also makes sense that I just remember playing GT6 back then from my previous PSN username. Well, I know this is going to be a long story before I just actually to become Hyperion-Blue-GT on my own. Okay, so I just really gonna have to remember this. All I have to do is gonna have to follow the line, follow the apex, and find a good brake zone to go all in. But it takes a few straightaways and tough corners on elevation that I just really have to do this. It's only down to 63%. Gonna switch back and bring out everything I have on Power 1. Number 7, final lap, this is it. I come this so far, you guys. This is going to be it, and World Touring Car 700 is about to be over soon when I'm in first place. Gonna have to keep a good grip, stay on hold after finishing turn 2, go hill climb entrance at turn 3 and 4. Okay, one more time on top of the hill in Solbin Park. Okay, very good line. It's doing great. Got to learn the tactics and skill both on either in DualShock 4 or on the G29 steering wheel. But I'm always gonna have to be preferred to have the DualShock 4 is gonna have to take a good best stepping practice to have my own skill. But I'm very sure that I might need to do some more experience on the steering wheel in sim racing game. But fuel is at 40%. Still got this, and give it all I got. It's about to get much more brighter towards the sunset to go early dusk. Final stretch on the last turn. And here comes the podium. There we go. Haha, successful. And I have done it, folks. World Touring Car 700 is finished. First place for Team UDRS and Sportec has come in a long way. Now that's a good, excellent competition to have a good roll of the highlights. Spotlight and good to be drilled on the fastest lap record on number 7 in 2 minutes 15.288 seconds. Very nice and successful for having a total time on 16 minutes 43.954 seconds. Yeah, so good to be true, and double by the earnings with clean racing in 247,500 credits. But that's very good, and surpassingly to have a 25 million credit after I just received 1 million after the Predict the Winners campaign. And there you go, 4-star roulette ticket is now being acquired, and good to be true. Now, onto the replay. So this will be doing quite good to have a thumbnail image in case if this is going to be quite very good to be matchable, but only on the cutscene at the pits. But this is going to be quite very good to be true to have this one to be quite very good at least. Now let's see, just going to go by the next previous lap. Okay, I guess that part over here. Okay, let's pause right here and capture thumbnail. So, I guess that was a very good, excellent front race on Group 4 category in WTC 700. By having an outcome result in one event, by having a series of 8-part conclusion for only 7 Group 4 and 1 Road Car category to be served as a substitute. But in the end, event progress is now being on the directory is at 62%. So let's check again, and there it is. 100% is complete. It's about time and moving on forward to take on in the World Touring Car 800 in the next video, but it's already been starting out in progress because of the weekly challenges. But good thing I just remembered back from Fuji International Speedway for having a very first ever race. But maybe a backstory that I just really might need to get down to have an origin. Well, maybe perhaps Dragon Trail Seaside Reverse Direction is going to be a very long time to have some more racetrack to be available on the same event. So I'll have to be preferred to go for the encore in the next video to take on in Fuji Speedway, and then Daytona International Speedway by road course, Lake Lago Maggiore in the pro course, and other racetrack is all I need to do to have some series of marathon and challenges to be all together on each part of the progress. But especially 1 hour endurance is going to be at the Spa 24-hour layout. It takes 15 races in one event is going to be a tough hard work for every Group 3 category. Time for me to go and wrap this up at the end of the video, so I had to get down to do some preparation after finishing on the WTC 700 is all about to have a tough challenge is going to be a first step to become a professional racer by starting out in Group 4 category after road car from the WTC 600. So keep an eye out, folks. 15 parts by a conclusion in the World Touring Car 800 is going to be a bit of hard work and go challenging to have the progress will be settled in to have some reduced amount of duration on every part of the replay content. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. Glad that you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more to see my image artwork like UDRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.